I
Don't lie to yourself, Bobby.
exactly. That's why I just didn't say anything. I mean, you're just gonna piss on my dreams and everything. I'm
That's what I do best.
very happy for you. I just have no connection to this figure. Maybe if it was something I had a connection to, I'd feel probably similar to you and would want to buy it just because
That makes me almost want to pick it up, but then I look at it.
I think they did wonders for him. And I actually like the shield plate as an option. Oh, I would like this as a poster.
Right? I think that looks really nice. Welcome back, Transformers fans, to another episode of Bot vs. Con. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And we've got a pretty stacked episode of news for you today. But before we get into that, a big shout out to our sponsor, The Chosen Prime. Go check them out for all your action figure needs. And we also want to give a big shout out to our members. Thank you so much for helping us keep the lights on and this show going. And if you're just a subscriber, we really appreciate it as well for joining us along this journey. All right, so with that, let's get started with TF Nation. Greg Berger and David K are going to be there. So that's pretty cool that our friends across the pond will be able to meet these people.
It is. I want to just go to the event. Actually, I just want to go across the pond.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I do want to point out that I think this picture of Greg Berger was taken like a decade ago.
Yeah, I don't
because he did not look like that when I walked by his booth at TFcon. No shade. It's a little. If I saw this picture and was looking around the convention for him, I'd be like, "Where is he?" I'll be able to find him.
Looks like my LinkedIn photo, probably. So
probably, exactly. Probably my Facebook photo that I haven't edited in a long time because I don't use Facebook. But yeah, so this is pretty cool though. They're getting the big heavy hitters in, so we'll see if Cullen makes his way over there. Yeah, I don't see that happening, but maybe. Yeah. Next, we've got another con, which is BotCon. They're having 4 customizing classes. So Thursday night, they're going to have Jungle Shadow, which is going to have new accessory and a label sheet. So I'm assuming that means a sticker sheet. Friday morning, they're going to have G1 Sideburn, which looks like it's going to be based off of the Rodimus, which is going to also have a new label sheet. Friday night, they're going to have Bumble Beast with a new head sculpt. And Saturday, they're going to have a kids-only customizing class of that Bumble Beast. This is too much if you ask me.
I want to do those top 2.
I wouldn't mind doing the top 2. I honestly like the fact that they have labels. I think that's a really cool, unique way. I don't know, maybe... Actually, it wouldn't be hard. If we could figure out what the TFcon exclusives are, exclusive customizing class are beforehand, I could make labels for us. We don't have to paint all the little things. But they don't do it until... It was like the day of for this last one. Yeah. But I think 3 is just a little too much. Because if I was going, I'd feel like I needed to go to all 3, but I would be tired of doing customs every single day.
I would definitely go to the first 2. That's
well, the Bumble Beast is just like a head swap. It's going to be Buzzsaw, which is already yellow. Maybe paint some of the purple black or something and just change the head. That's why I think it's only like 3 or 4 hours long. 5 to 8, yeah. So that's going to be a very simple one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 10 to 4. Yeah. That first one's going to be pretty long, and then the other one's 10 to 2, so 4 hours. I don't know. That would be kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to go to all of them, but I also don't like how Sideburn has orange legs, so that's obviously just going to be Hot Rod, and you're not painting the legs.
Right. I'd be down for it either way.
I think this is all my thoughts, not thoughts of Bobby or the show in general, but I think TFcons is a little bit more fun with the new parts, and you get one figure and everybody gets it and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. And they also are more creative than both of these.
Well, I mean, we did get a Skeletor that I can't find my Skeletor. I'm still upset about that.
Well, that's a you problem. So I'm very sorry about that, Bobby.
I think you swiped it. You're just not telling me.
You figured it out. You figured it out. Well, let us know if you plan on going to these customizing classes, and if you are, please send us some pictures afterwards because I would really be interested in seeing what they do.
Or send us a kit.
Send Bobby a kit. I'll make my own. Let's move into some leaks. Not very interesting this time. Transformers 1. This is translated from their native language, so it might be different. We got 5 different descriptions. They're going to have battling figures, which come in a 2-pack with the base and weapon accessories. And the toys can punch, rotate, and spin. And each robot is 10 centimeters tall. Yeah, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That's what it reminds me of. 2-in-1 masks, which are the masks that everybody loves. I'm sure you have multiples in your collection.
No.
1-step cog changers, which I think is a cute little name. A cog changer for a kid's toy. And then mega changers, which are 27.5 centimeters tall. And then prime changers, which are 13 centimeters tall. So these are all kids' toys. So
right,
I'll be interested to see what they look like. Right up my alley? No. I think you have somebody who is right up their alley in your household that would actually enjoy these things. So
yeah, she's. I definitely just got her some Transformer numbers that she likes. So
you could get her these. You could put your money into it. But let's talk about what's just announced. And this first thing, we already talked about it, but they officially announced it. And that's New Zealand Mint has official Transformers 40th anniversary coins. They have a 5-ounce silver poster coin for $500. It's limited to 200. And then there is a 1-ounce silver poster coin, which is $150, limited to 1984 pieces, which is kind of cute. And it's already sold out for that one.
I would love to have the disposable income to do this. Maybe if I won the lotto.
Yeah, and maybe this makes sense to people in other countries, but I've never seen these in my whole life. These, what is it? $10 and I think it's a $2 coin. I've never heard of that. I don't even know who Charles... I'm assuming that's King Charles III. But I don't even know who that is. So, I mean, that might show my American ignorance right there. Is that the guy who's king right now?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know nothing about the
don't drag me into your ignorance of knowledge on what goes on over there. I don't know.
So me neither. So either which way, I wouldn't be interested if these were quarters, let alone this. So I'm completely out. But the packaging is kind of cool.
Yeah, I take the packaging for $50.
You'd buy this packaging for $50?
No, not at all.
You'll buy this for $50 too. We got Hot Wheels Skate Transformers Bumblebee, the first images.
Got to move the decimal point over a few times.
I don't understand these. I don't know when Hot Wheels started making skateboards, but it looks fine for like a tech deck.
I don't know anything about skating or skateboarding. I drive. It was literally walking, running, bike, car, and sometimes the car came before the bike. Just don't tell my parents. But yeah, skateboarding, I don't get it. I'm not putting no shoes on my feet and doing stuff I wouldn't even know what to do. So I think it's cool if you're a skater and or if you like skateboard stuff, or like remember those fidget spinners and stuff like that.
I think that's who it's this is directed at.
Yeah,
I've been around quite a bit of skaters, like actual skaters in my life, and I don't think any of them would have picked anything like this up. Now, if it was a real board, that would be a different story. Yeah. If they had a Megatron board, I might buy that just to put like as art above my, somewhere. But as in this, I wouldn't pick this up.
No. Oh, well, maybe there. No, but no.
Depends on the price. They put it that way. I passed up more valuable boards. So let's keep it moving with this. So this caught me off guard. So Kang Toys is having a 5th anniversary limited. They had a short reel. I'll post it in the description down below. What do you think of this?
I think we might be getting the repaint that you were looking for.
I wasn't looking for this.
You weren't?
No, this is Razor Claw in purple.
I mean, you always want repaints.
Yeah, but I don't want another combiner. I have to see the whole thing before I say I'm going to pick it up or not, because I don't need another one. I'm going to be honest with you. It looks great from these shots, but I don't need it. Don't lie to yourself, Bobby.
Exactly. That's why I just didn't say anything.
We all know he's going to pick it up. I will probably get it as well, as long as they don't increase the price too much, because they kept increasing the prices. As long as it doesn't look stupid. You know, purple and green are my favorite colors. I like that this figure's more purple. I don't know if we're going to be getting a complete set. I think since this is a 5th anniversary limited, I think we might just be getting one of them. I wouldn't put it past them.
I wouldn't put them past them to do a whole new set. I mean, if they already have the molds, so it's an easy sell.
Yeah. So we'll see if it's a boxed set though. Out. I would be out on that. I don't have the disposable income to fork over $1,500 for a random Transformer.
Ooh, a box set. Ooh, that would be nice. Expensive, but nice.
I don't know. So we'll see. Time will tell.
Don't put that out there. I don't want to spend that much all at once.
Oh, you will. Next, we've got Like Toys, the upgrade set for the G Creation Dinobots. This ruins everything about these combiner. Everything. The proportions look better, but the colors are horrible. They don't match the other thing. I hate the yellow. It's not chrome. This is one of the worst ones that Like Toys has come out, and they're way too expensive for what they are. So this is the worst one yet. I'm looking at mine that takes away all the charm on that combiner.
I agree that the yellow doesn't fit in too much with it, but I guess it was maybe trying to be gold and they couldn't get it, didn't take quite right. I think this cleans up that set so well. Even though I have the same, we have the same one, and then I went and got the dark set or the purple set, whatever. I'm not a fan of Dinobots combining in general, but I think this looks better. I would have liked to see them combine and look like this than them combine and look like what they do. Colors away, if the colors were better or whatever, I would like the way that this looked more so than what we got.
So a few things I'm going to disagree with you on. I like the normal one because he looks big and bulky and like a Dinobot. He looks like a dinosaur. This just looks like every other combiner out there. I also don't like that they added Grimlock's head to the chest because it looks a lot better with the chest that it came with, because that's more unique. How many times does Grimlock's head have to go on the chest? That makes sense. So I like that they did something different. And it doesn't even look like Grimlock is the center. It looks like a whole new piece. I'm sure he's just shoved in the back because that's what they like to do. But I've never been a fan of these Like Toys sets. None of them have been very good in my eyes. And this is probably the worst one. It takes away all uniqueness of this set of figures.
Yeah, I think it looks more stable, which again is just
because it doesn't transform.
Well,
it looks more stable because the whole center doesn't transform.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I would have liked it if they looked like this, transformed, whatever. I think I would have liked it if it looked like this, because those guys, I mean, just moving them, they, are a little wonky and stuff. And again, it's an old set.
Yeah. No.
But this isn't my favorite toy set. I mean, the Computron they did looks amazing. So that would be, if I did break down and grab one, that would be the one that I would grab. But I do agree these sets are very expensive, and the wait time is a little bit too long for my liking. But I think this set looks fine. I don't like the yellow though, so I wish it was more gold than yellow. But I don't think this is as bad of a set as you do.
Yeah, no, this is. I mean, I get it, but why does he also have a cockpit on his crotch?
It's a belt. Big belt buckle.
That's not a belt. That looks like the Millennium Falcon's cockpit. And just make a new figure at this point. Make it interesting. But no, they're going to go the lazy way out. I really don't like toys. I'm realizing they don't do anything innovative or cool. They just make sets so you don't have transforming figures.
I do wish. And
don't even talk about the Metroplex, because that's never coming out. We've already. I'm almost positive that's not coming out.
I mean, you're just gonna piss on my dreams and everything.
That's what I do best.
No, I do feel like their sets are very pricey. That's my argument. If they weren't as pricey, I'd probably pick up a couple of them, because I do think they bring stability and bring cleanliness to some of the combiners, especially the older ones.
And what would your price be?
Probably half.
$150, you'd be picking this up?
Not necessarily this one.
Okay, but $150, you'd be picking up the Computron one.
I pick up the Computron one, yeah.
Okay.
And the other part about it so for instance, I forgive me, I don't know if they came out with it already, but the Abominus, we're still waiting on the from TFC.
Yeah, TFC.
We're still missing the main. That's
another thing. I don't think that's ever going to be released.
Yeah, we're still missing the hunger. So with that, some people get antsy. I know I'm kind of antsy to be able to skip past having to buy that main figure if you're just going to keep it in combine mode, and it cleans up the combiner. This is an option. And so that part I get, for people who are going to forever keep these in bot mode, in combined mode, having the ability to skip out on that center bot that really a lot of times just plugs into the back anyway. I can see this as an option.
You mean plugs into the back on these kits?
Yes. Or no, even on some of the others. I mean, they some of the other kits, they and I was talking about the older kits in general, but even some of the newer kits, like the Stunticons, Motor Master just folds up into a box and goes into the back, and they become really back heavy.
But at least the body turns into a trailer.
For the DX9.
If this thing turned into another dinosaur, I'd be all good with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, I think,
but there's no creativity there. They're just, I don't know. Well, we've talked about this enough. Let us know in the comments how wrong me or Bobby are, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some updates. And the first thing is Robosen showed off Megatron's mace. They also showed off lighting effects that he comes to life with. I don't know what part of... those are his feet, I'm assuming. Feet. Yeah. And his Energon sword, as they're calling it. I don't think this thing's transforming.
I don't think it is either.
Seeing these look very detailed compared to Prime's weapons, and I don't think this thing's transforming.
And honestly, if I'm honest, 100% honest, if it didn't turn into a gun, I wouldn't want it to transform. With that being said, I'm probably not going to pick it up.
Yep. I don't agree with you. If it turned into a tank, I would be more inclined to pick it up. than if it didn't transform at all. Because I have that the Bumblebee that they came out with is not my favorite looking figure. They took some really weird liberties with it, and I think if they made it more G1, it would have looked a lot better. So I would want it to turn into a tank, but yeah, I'm going to be out no matter what, because I'm not spending that much money on a singular figure that doesn't do anything but move a little bit.
If it was the Megatron that turned into a tank, the G2 Megatron, I'd be more inclined to get it. But to have a G1 Megatron, now this is the flip side about it. Megatron did not always transform in the cartoon. So having him not transform, that could be kind of the argument. You know, he didn't transform in every episode, so we took this, you know, whatever, this spin on it. Do I like it? No. But if you give me a G1 accurate bot, but not a G1 accurate transformation, it's gonna I don't know, it'll probably irk me a little bit.
Well, I mean, get used to it, because Megatron's a tank from here on out. G1 Megatron is a tank. They're rewriting history. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I think if it doesn't transform, it's going to look like that Bumblebee. It's not going to look like a G1 Megatron.
Oh, it better look like a G1.
Which you could already tell. Look at this sword. That doesn't look like the one that came with Megatron. Feet, you don't see. And this mace, almost called an axe. It doesn't look like it. So I think it's going to be a stylized Megatron like their Bumblebee.
Yeah, which would help me say that I'm out.
Yeah, so
that looks. I thought that was like the nose cone of a jet or something at first. I saw that blue and I was just like, huh. And then I looked again. I was like, oh no, it's a sword.
Well, let's move on to more Hasbro stuff, and we've got the Target Optimus Prime, and these pictures are by No Trab on Weibo. Are you still picking this up?
I am.
Okay.
And I got a discount.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would get a discount too, but I
got $20 off.
Oh wow, that's a good discount. No.
Plus my 5% off. So.
Oh wow, look at you. I still wouldn't pick this up for that price.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about this, and all I can see is Santa Claus. They did do a good job with the deco on the side of this, but this is not. At least the Target trucks I see, they're not red. Like actually on. But I guess they're just truckers that just get jobs. Yeah. So.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a Target truck for real.
Yeah. But this is the best part of the whole set. And if this was sold separately, I probably would pick this up. That little deco around the eye, I'm surprised they actually did that. I think this looks really good.
Yeah, a little bullseye, a little target. That is cute. I picked it up. I got a discount, and Target's having a sale right now. If you spend so much, you get $5 off. I think $30 and $20 off if you spend $75. So
on anything or toys?
Toys. So I bought some Transformers.
Yeah, well, good for you. Let's move on to Legacy United Titan Tidal Wave. Also, these images are by No Trab. Nothing new. I hate that combined mode with that Megatron. I always have ever since I was a kid. I thought it was the stupidest thing in the world. It just makes... he always looks like Homer Simpson when that thing turns around. That's always what I've seen, is like a Homer. Like the body shape.
Oh.
Exactly. He's been throwing back a few too many. What are they called? Oh, I can't think of the beer. Duffs. Oh. There you go. But it looks fine. The figure itself. Nothing special.
Nothing special. I know you really wanted that tidal wave, and then you backed out. Boo.
Well, the colors are wrong. Yeah, the colors are wrong. The price is too much. But the biggest thing is he doesn't come with a Minicon.
You said if they came out, you'd buy all the colors, but
I think I said that about Fans Hobby.
You did.
And I'm probably going to be backing out of those because they're coming out with the wrong color for. See, you got to hook me. They had to hook me in first with the right color, and then everything would have flowed. But you put out the wrong color first, and then you have me not picking it up. Here's your favorite mode of Tidal Wave.
Honestly, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad.
There's a piece on here that's very suggestive, and I don't like it. And we're gonna keep moving on.
And I think this sign on it.
Yes, I think this alt mode looks good, but I think I'm getting the same vibes as the HasLab. It looks almost the same as the original, and maybe they can't improve on it so much, but like. And wow, the parallels are pretty crazy. The hands, too. If they fixed the hands and made them more expressive, I probably would be picking this up. But they're just claws still, and why would I want a new one? It does have better articulation, I will give it that.
Yeah, I can't remember if I said I was out on this or if I was on the fence. I still don't know.
No, you've been out for a while.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'd have to catch like a major sale.
Which I think we both will, because this is probably not going to sell just like that Metroplex. If we see it for $100, like at Target, which we probably will eventually, not Target, Amazon, I'll probably be picking it up for like $100.
Yeah,
I think they make these things with keeping in mind that they are going to go on sale. I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Well, that was what I think it was. Kapow had an issue with, is that they force these retailers to buy so many of them. They end up not selling, and then they go on clearance, and the resellers on the hook for 200 units or 2,000 units, however many they mentioned. But yeah, I'll be waiting for this to go on sale, and then I'll grab it.
I'll probably pick it up then. Now, if they do come out with the other colors, I'll be more tempted. But
I'll pick those up on sale as well.
Yeah. Next, we've got Magmatron, which is something that I was interested in. I'm still picking it up, so don't get to me. But the more I see about it, the more I see it, the more I don't like it. But these alt modes do look good. Even that neck doesn't look as bad as it originally did. At least in this position.
The only thing that this reminds me of, you just spoke about the neck. It makes me want to get another sludge, the Studio Series sludge,
and
buy the kit and put this on. But they have not reduced that sludge yet. Why is it still $55 at Walmart's around me?
I saw somebody get it for like $20.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Walmart to Walmart.
Yeah, all the ones by me, they're still at $55. They almost got me because they had some that were placed in the wrong place and they were on clearance. And I grabbed it and I was just like, finally. And I was going to check out and I said, you know what? Let me just make sure. And I went back and sure enough, there was like 5 of them all on the wrong, in the wrong place.
Yes. Well, that sucks for you. But this is the mode that's kind of having me iffy. Mostly those side, the fanny packs he has on his hips. Like, I actually looked up the original Magmatron while I was making the slide to say, did the original one have that? And it did not. So I don't understand why the figure coming out 24, if not more years later, needs to have have more kibble than the original one. And I bet it's because of articulation or something, or the alt modes look better. I'll give it to them. But, like, it just doesn't look good. Just hanging there. Like, they could have folded around the back or something, and be more hidden.
The whole figure could have been hidden for me, but I don't want to step on anybody's wallet who is in on this like yours. I don't have.
Well, you wouldn't be stepping in on the wallet. I'm just buying it because I feel like an obligation to pick it up.
No, I'm happy you're getting it, and I can't wait for you to get it so you can tell me how much you love it or how much you hate it. in
I
weight.
hope I get it in hand and I love it. I haven't gotten a commander since Jetfire. That was the first and only commander class that I've ever gotten. Right? Didn't get Skylinks, didn't get Rodimus. Yeah. That was the first and last one I got. So hopefully this lives up to it, but it doesn't look like it is. Because that Jetfire, that Siege Jetfire, is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. Yeah, this is, again, an easy pass. But, again, for those who want it, like James, very happy for you. I just have no connection to this figure. Maybe if it was something I had a connection to, I'd feel probably similar to you and would want to buy it just because. But this is the first time I've seen it. I mean, not today, but meaning the first time I've seen this character.
And I was like, did Men in Black get to you or something?
Yeah, I had to clear that up. So when they re-released this is the first time I saw the character, and I just wasn't a fan. And some of the modes they've tried to do with these guys is looking like.
I get what they're doing with that Centaur mode. The execution isn't the best, because it is kind of cool to have them turn into like a what's it called, a dragon, but the execution is leaves a little to be little to be wanted. So
I don't know about a dragon. It looks like they were dragging something out and trying to.
I was thinking what they were actually trying to make them look like.
Yeah, I know what they were trying to make them look like.
So China had a 40th anniversary fan salon, whatever that is, and they showed off some in-person pictures of Magmatron, which look a lot worse without the editing skills of the pictures we just looked at. But it still doesn't look horrible. So we'll see. They also showed off some other figures. I didn't put a lot of them in here because a lot of them are going to come out, so we already talked about them. But there was the Shockwave, Shard, the orange guy that you really want, whose names escape, Sandstorm, and a few others. So Chromia and stuff, but nothing groundbreaking or new. But it would be cool to actually play with them in hand before picking them up.
It would help me say that. Yeah, let me go ahead and cancel this order.
Definitely. Next, we've got, I think this guy's name is funny, MP56 plus Rigorous. And I guess he's a Decepticon Medic.
Oh.
That makes me almost want to pick it up, but then I look at it. And all I can see is Ronald McDonald. The golden arches, So it looks fine, but I don't like the aesthetic on these new Takara Masterpiece figures. And he really got some chunky boots. I just realized that. Like, they look like straight up boots.
With no fur?
With no fur. Yeah. He definitely don't got those apple bottom jeans.
Yeah, no.
Definitely. He's nothing on that front.
It looked like he got some skin tight shorts and some knee pads.
Yeah, something. But I like the idea that he's a Decepticon medic, though. I think that's kind of cool.
So I have the Xtransbots version of this, which is fine. I didn't put the decals. It comes with water slide decals. I did not put those on them, so I looked at this. I will probably get the KO of this whenever that comes out.
Okay, if there's a KO, I might pick that up as well.
I think that's what I will do.
That's something that I would be more willing to pick up than the original one. This goes for about $170.
That's exactly why I would pick up the KO.
If the KO's like $40, I would be interested.
Maybe a little bit.
I don't
more.
remember what Trailbreaker was.
Yeah, I can't remember either. For some reason, I'm thinking 60, but I don't know. Don't have me lying.
I'd still be out. That'd still be too much for me.
Yeah, but I'll pick up the KO, and then I can have one in alt mode and one in bot mode for this yellow mess.
I just realized I hate that thing sticking. Maybe he's mistransformed, but that thing, the one piece sticking out of his back, like it looks like it needs to be folded down
behind his head.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
So
on my Trailbreaker.
That's probably the same. The legs are probably different. Let us know below if that folds down or not, because if it doesn't, that's inexcusable. Next, we've got some Transformers Legacy United Doom and Destruction collection behind the scenes. I didn't really see any new news besides the pictures. This is by Mark Clonus again. What do you think of these two?
I'm gonna admit something.
Uh-oh.
I did not know that these were the same. That these were the same bot remolded into two different things. I thought they remolded two different Insecticons.
They're not the same one. They did.
Well, look at the legs on these.
I know, but look at the shoulders. They're completely different.
Right. Well, I'm saying like
one's shrapnel and one's bombshell.
It looks like they combined them. So the lower
they might have, but they're definitely, the base molds are definitely different.
So that's what the lower half of the bots are the same. But I mean, regardless, I'm in on both of these. I think they did a really good job repurposing them. Is where I was going to that. So much so that
the lower legs are completely the same.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's the same. And when it transforms,
I didn't even notice that because the chests and stuff are so different.
When they transform, look at the back of them. They have the same back. Yeah. So I didn't notice that because they did change the top half. So with that being said, they did a really good job, and that makes me like them even more.
They're same on the original figures.
They are?
They are.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I did. I just saw that.
That's kind of cool that Hasbro did that. Yeah. I didn't even realize it. They did that and we didn't even know. So that's kind of cool. I'm sure somebody out there knew, but
yeah,
they're obviously much smarter than me and smarter than you two. So
well, part of it is because I didn't open mine forever and didn't even. I mean, like a long time after. So
they were so boring that I didn't really mess with them. I kind of transformed them once and put it on my shelf. So
I still have my kickback in the box. I still haven't opened that one.
That's the first one that came out.
Oh, and I'm looking at it right now. So I haven't got to him yet. But anyway, enough said. I do like those two though. They look good.
Yeah, these two, I don't think are as good, honestly. But that head sculpt on Windsweeper is really nice.
I like the chest plate on him as well. I really like the colors on him, even though they're, three colors and the fourth if you count the head, and five if you want to count the eyes. But just the silver, maroon, and the tan or whatever color that is, they really look good together. And again, it could be because of these pictures and their hyper HD quality. This is in 6D. But it looks great. Yeah.
The breakdown looks okay.
He's where he needs to be in the background.
That's funny. The mold isn't bad for breakdown. It's just, I want to switch out the head and make it a different character, honestly. But we'll see.
Yeah, I would like that as well.
On to the third-party side, we've got New Age DOTM Megs images. So they teased this a while ago. I still think it's Legends. I don't know, but it looks well painted, whatever it is.
Yeah, it definitely looks weathered, and that's great. Hopefully, to our fans that are Legends collectors, hopefully I know they were teasing MP scale. I know they were teasing Legends. I hope it's both for whoever wants it from New Age in an MP size or in a Legend size. I will be picking. Yes. I will be skipping it with whichever way it goes.
Yeah, I will be too. I don't like this version of Megatron, but I like this design. Does that make sense? I don't like it as Megatron, but I like it as somebody else. The Mad Max kind of truck always has looked cool to me. And I'd pick it up for like Hasbro retail, but definitely not third-party prices. So, like $50. Okay,
50
that's
bucks.
cool. But yeah. But even then, I don't know if I do it. You know me. I say I do and I don't.
At least
So
you
it looks
admit it
like
now.
extra. You're the opposite. You say you don't get something and you pick it up. Xtransbots, I guess, hopped on the Fans Toys hype train and are re-releasing Commander Stack in June.
It was.
I didn't realize how much of an orangutan he looks like in that picture, with such skinny legs and such long arms.
I think that's actually probably the angle because he's very proportionate.
He is okay. Then that must be the angle. You see what I'm seeing, though, right? Those thighs look tiny
The thighs
compared to
look,
everything else.
Yeah, he's very proportionate.
Okay.
And I do have 3 of them, so
you would know.
yeah. I just again the figure is great. I just don't like transforming the midsection where something has to clip in. I have the hardest time getting it to clip in. Other than that, everything's fine. It's typical. Flip this, flip this, fold this. And you'll get there. But I'm really interested to see what Fans Toys comes out with.
I think that's going to be a much more interesting figure than this. Personally, time will tell. The only thing that's good about Xtransbots is all their fun repaints. So, I wish Fans Toys did that.
Magnus.
I still think that's a cool repaint, especially if Fans Toys did it, because then we'd get the yellow and black in a robot, which I want.
That would look good.
If Fans Toys did more repaints, I'd probably be buying a lot more of their stuff.
No, you wouldn't like their prices.
For a repaint, I'll pay it. For this color, I wouldn't. But if they made Piss Magnus at $350, I'd probably be picking it up. Because I want the repaint. Because it's fun. This is like every other Magnus that's out there. This or Fans... I couldn't tell them apart, honestly. They look so similar. And that's what I don't like. They're just... this, and I get it. They're supposed to be, but,
Yes.
Give me fun stuff.
This was fun. No, it wasn't. And I had QC issues, so it wasn't.
Next, we've got MB-27 Shield Team in robot mode.
Nothing.
I hate these things.
Really?
I'm gonna just say it. These have the same... It seems like this is coming up a lot. Maybe because of the era of Transformers they're making. The original ones look better. Maybe not better, but they look comparable. I have the original ones. I don't like that shield that's one piece. These have more posability, but they don't look particularly good.
I completely disagree with you. I think the first 2 look a lot better than the originals. The third one, I don't really like that whole split down his chest, but again, due to transformation, he looks like he's about to explode. But I think these look a lot better. They definitely are more posable and have more articulation and things. I think they did wonders for him. And I actually like the shield plate as an option, so you can have it either way. I think that looks great. So you can have a clean look to them. Exactly. I think that's super cool that you have the option. And I think they look tabbed together really, really well on this. It looks really, really solid. I was a little iffy on this initially, even though I put a pre-order in, but I like what we're getting now compared to what we saw initially.
Yeah, no, I think they looked better initially. Honestly, I would rather have higher quality Minicons that looked good versus these things. Because these are not... I mean, if we go back to... the proportions don't look right. I'm happy to everybody that wants them, but I'm totally out. Fans Hobby has... I'm glad that they're putting Minicons with their figures. But neither of the Minicons I have from them are very good. And I don't think they're going to be very good moving forward if these are any... These ones and the plain ones are any indication. And the gun.
Oh, I completely agree. I just don't think... I don't think the Minicons were good. So I think
I disagree because the Minicons were fun.
I think the Minicons were really almost, and I hate to say it this way since I love G1 so much, but I think the Minicons took back to the types of transformation that the G1 toys had. It was very, pull out the arm,
you're correct,
pull this down, and flip this, and or lift this head, and you're done. And they were pretty. The proportions were off, and but that's what that's how I looked at the Minicons, and these look to be doing a solid to what they look like back in the day with the misproportions and all this and everything. But I think they're just more articulate and look like they're more solid of a figure.
And maybe that's why I don't like it, because I don't want just more posable Minicons. I want reinvented Minicons that are throwbacks to the originals but look better in all aspects.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like I don't think we'll have it both ways. I don't think they're going to put out a small figure with as much detail in a 3-pack and do what these do and be at a price point that makes it feasible to sell these. Like I would compare it to like the MMC tapes, because of the price. A lot of people were out on them. I think they're great looking figures, but they're a lot bigger than these. And so you're talking about.
So if somebody did MMC tapes versions of like these Minicons, I would be all in on those.
But then the price would probably be like, $175 or something like that,
But at least they don't look like Happy Meal toys.
But I don't think they would sell. I already know you'll be like, nope, I'm out. Too much, And
honestly, I would be in, because like these figures, I have a nostalgic. I remember playing in my great grandfather's car with these exact figures after picking them up from Walmart.
I can see that, and I think
but they don't look anything different than the originals, except for having a little bit of posability, which probably will make them not stand.
I think they'll be solid. I think the ratchets or whatever will probably make. Well, let me not say
they don't
that.
have ratchets.
I was going to say I didn't mean to say ratchets. And actually, let me not say that, because their engine masters don't necessarily.
Look how tiny all of their feet are, except for the one in the middle. And even then, his are skinny. He only has the wheel. I don't think these things are going to stand. But good for anybody that wants them.
Yeah, let us know if you'll be picking these up, or if you're interested in picking these up.
Yeah. I think we already talked about this picture, but it was just posted, so I did it again. This is the Transmetal 2 Dinobot. Now, this is what I want to see more of. This actually looks decent.
Yuck.
No, honestly, when I think of Transformers, and I know I'm in the minority, this is more of the stuff that I think about. I don't think of cars. I don't think of stuff like that. And I think this looks amazing. So I'll definitely be picking this up.
Yuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
I will be
really
passing
don't like
on
it?
this. No.
I think you're going to pick it up when you see it. You've said that about so many TransArts. I think you're going to be picking this up.
Very true, but there has been TransArts that I've passed on, and I continue to pass on. This doesn't do anything for me.
Okay, well, I think it looks better than that Dinobot combiner, that's for damn sure. Let's get into what's incoming. Now, this looks good. For a packaging standpoint, this is the Dramatic Capture Series Nemesis Bridge in-hand images. And these are via TFW user Zodiac. I like this packaging.
I would like this as a poster.
Right? I think that looks really nice.
I really, really like this. How much was this set?
I honestly don't know. I'm going to say $100, knowing Takara Hasbro.
Yeah, I just need to get a picture of this and have it blown up as a poster.
I know, because I was like, ooh, that looks nice. But the figures look good too. I just don't need them.
I have enough of that Megatron mold.
Well, this is the Earthrise version.
I have the Earthrise version.
Oh, you do? I have none of the Earthrise version.
Yes,
There's only 2 versions of it, right?
I have. So I have, in terms of Megatron, I have every Megatron that came out in that War for Cybertron series. So the G2 version, the Earthrise version, the Siege version, the repaint,
Combat Heroes ones.
Yeah. So like I probably have like 6 or 7. It feels like at least 6 or 7 different Megatrons. This of course looks better than them all. But I don't, and correct me if I'm wrong of how many there were. I just know I have a lot of them.
Off the top of my head.
I have a lot of them. So same with the sound waves. You know, I have the Walmart one that turned into a tape deck, and
I think that's what this one is.
Yeah, and then the one that didn't, and you know, Shockwave, flip them up. You know, again, it looks great. I just don't need them at that price. It's kind of like the 5-pack they just came out with for the Autobots.
Yeah. If these were new, then I might be picking up this set, but like you said, not. I just don't need it.
Yeah, not years later, 2-3 years later. How?
You're right. Again, these are like 5-6-year-old molds that they're still trying to put out there.
Yeah. I actually was, as I'm preparing to move some stuff around, I actually found my extra copies of the War for Cybertron. No, the Siege Ratchet, the Walgreens exclusive.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Is it yellowed yet?
No, I have like 5 of them.
Why do you have... I don't want to know. Let's keep it going.
They're up for sale.
And oh, well, then that makes sense. There's Blocks Transformers Classic Class Nemesis Prime, the EX version. So it's actually a model kit that you build. It looks fine. I don't like the proportions on it. It looks like a toddler.
It looks like young James in his Halloween costume.
Oh, if I had a Halloween costume that looked this good, you couldn't tell me nothing. It looks good, though. I can see why somebody wanted. I really like that base it comes with like the Dark Energon flames. I think that's really cool. Honestly, if the head and hands were smaller and more proportionate, for $20, I would probably pick this up, which is the price. I think it's about $21.99.
Oh.
I would probably, just for fun, just to build a model kit, but with those proportions, I'm out.
I think it looks good. I'm not picking it up, but I think it looks good. I really think it captures the essence of a Nemesis. It has teal in it that you're always screaming for.
Not enough.
Probably not enough, but it has it. You know, the shattered glass windshield, that kind of threw me off.
That's another thing I don't like about it, because that's a shattered glass Optimus Prime thing, not a Nemesis. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I get it. You know,
he's war damaged.
Yeah, exactly.
Battle damage. So I think it looks fine. I like the weapon. I like that the axe with the ridges on it. It looks good. I too like the Dark Energon around the stand and everything. So if I was into these, which I was looking at those metal model kits before, and I was actually planning on doing a lot of those, and I just never got around to purchasing any. I could see myself grabbing something like this, even if it didn't transform, because the price isn't too expensive.
Yeah, no, and like I said, honestly, if the proportions were more in line with what I like, I would probably pick this up just for a fun Saturday project.
Right.
But they had to screw it up with those proportions. So let's talk about what was recently released, and this is all for you, Bobby. TFW board user Bag of Shh, that's what it is, found Studio Series 86 Blaster and Eject at Target, but it is street dated for the 31st.
Oh, I have not. I've been to Target. I didn't go today, but I've been a couple of times over the last 5 days or so, and my targets are straight empty. So,
well, if they're following what they should be, you won't be seeing this until the 31st.
Which means that I won't be seeing it till the 31st of April.
Well, that's everybody won't be. I doubt I'll even see this. I haven't seen one Legacy United figure in stores. Oh, except for the core class. I saw the core class. Okay. Other than that, I haven't seen any.
Yeah, well, I did, which we'll talk about on our hauls this weekend on Saturday. But I do have something for you.
Yes. So. Well, that is everything. So let us know what your thoughts below. Let me know how horrible my Minicon thoughts were. Let Bobby know how horrible his what didn't you like this time, or what did you like?
That Dinobot.
Yeah, let him know how horrible that Dinobot and Magmatron is. If you agree with him, if you disagree.
Yes.
He just doesn't like dinosaurs. He pretends he likes Dinobots. He really doesn't. He really does not like dinosaurs.
Don't like those dinosaurs.
He doesn't like any dinosaurs. Look at poor little Bobby over there. He's too scared of them. He doesn't want to tell you guys. But he is very deathly afraid of dinosaurs. So.
I have probably too many dinosaurs, actually.
That's why he's scared of them, because he spends too much money on them. So
that would be a reason to be scared of them. But with that, you know, as I mentioned, I didn't even know it was the end of the show. We are planning to have our monthly haul show this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, or 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific. Make sure I get it right, so James will type it right. So we hope to see you there. We do know that Easter is coming up on Sunday, so we wanted to do it on Saturday. Hopefully you'll be able to join us. And as always, we'll have the link posted, and we'll remind you again when we record our next news cycle. But with that, James, tell them what they need to do.
Go ahead and like this video, subscribe. Let's see, I already told you to comment, so you better do that because you're getting that like 4 or 5 times. So don't forget to do that. Hit that bell, and go ahead and share this video with your grandma, because like Bobby says, she's probably going to find something to buy for you in here. So we'll see you guys very, very soon.
Yes, as always, to all debates for one. See you next time.